certificate rules. Because by next week, within a week, our target is to, share your certificate of successful completion based on the criteria which we have indicated to you all. That would be attendance, feedback, and the quiz, which will be taken on Saturday. So please check the necessary details, everyone. I'm just showing it on the screen so that you get familiarized with what, or rather which Google Sheet I'm talking about. I request everyone to please rename themselves by their registered name. We could see BOS faculty. Someone has joined by that name, BOS faculty. Please rename. Then one of the participant is by the name My PC. Please rename. Good morning, Papinder ma'am.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am. Sorry, I was muted.
Ma'am, your voice is coming too low.
Now?
Better, ma'am, if you can speak something.
Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Still, it is slightly low, but okay.
I have increased volume.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Better now. Better. I just stopped sharing my screen. I hope everyone got familiarized about which Google Sheet I'm talking about. So again, once the ma'am session gets over, again, I will display it for your reminder. By 1 p.m., this Google Sheet will get, the rights to edit this Google Sheet would get deactivated. Ma'am, if you would like to share your screen just to check.
Yes. Yeah. I'll just opening the PPT. It's visible to everyone?
Ma'am, it's loading, but still, it's loading still. Yeah, we can see now.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Will it be there from the IT team in case I get low?
Yes, ma'am, our IT team is also connected.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll just wait for a few minutes.
Sure.
Ma'am, if we can stop sharing so that I formally introduce you and then we can start. Yeah.
Hello, Natika ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You were muted. I don't know whether you were
No, I
speaking.
was not talking to. I
Yes.
was talking to someone else.
Okay. The camera is also low, little higher up. If you keep, we can see your face.
I hope better now.
Yeah.
Give me, Papinder ma'am, just 2-3 minutes more. We'll just start.
Sure,
Because
sure.
50% participants have only joined.
Okay.
I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to day 4 of our 1-week FDP program organized by St. Francis Institute of Management and Research in collaboration with MTC Global. It's my honor and privilege to welcome our today's resource person, who is none other than Mrs. Papinder Nagi. Ma'am is an organized and creative professional with proven library and information management skills and a desire to learn more. Around 2 decades of academic and industry experience, worked as librarian, information consultant, editor, knowledge manager for a diverse variety of organizations and customers. Gained expertise in library and information management, knowledge management, taxonomy, and database creation and management. Ma'am has also expertise in open source software, research tools, AI, and machine learning tools, book writing and publishing on various areas of interest, research papers published in journals with high impact factor. She is committed to continuous learning and enhancing her knowledge to stay abreast of recent technologies and industry standards. She is pursuing her PhD in Library and Information Science from Gujarat University, achieved PG Diploma in Digital Library and Information Management, MLISC, BLISC, BSc, and numerous certification in the areas of research and technology. We, ma'am, welcome you and thank you for accepting our invitation to be the resource speaker on our FDP program on the topic referencing tools. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. At the onset, very good morning to everyone, all the participants.
Ma'am, again, your voice is too low. If you can, I guess, come near.
Actually, I'm wearing this. I can hold it maybe while talking.
Okay.
It will help.
Yeah.
Is it better?
Yes, ma'am, better.
Yeah. So I would like to thank the organizing team of FDP and STTP on ICT tools for teaching. Heartfelt appreciation for the opportunity to be invited as a trainer for your esteemed organization, St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, in collaboration with MTC Global. I would like to thank our chairman, Brother Alphonse Nisamani, Director, Dr. Shalini, MMS program head, Dr. Natika, the very own self, and Dr. Smita Jesudasan, and all the organizing team of FDP, and all the lovely participants who have given me the chance to share my knowledge and expertise with you all. I'm grateful for the warm welcome, ma'am, and for the trust you have placed in me. I'm confident that our training will be fruitful both ways. Maybe even I would like to get to learn from the participants, and I look forward to the opportunity to present my work.
Thank you, ma'am. It's our pleasure to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Can I share my screen now? Or you have any? The chat will be open to the participants,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it in the presentation mode or screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
If you do the presentation mode, then you will not be able to see the chat. So what you can do, ma'am, you can, in the initial, you can do on presentation mode, and then later on, you can switch to the
Okay.
slides again to see if anything in the chat then.
Okay, then if this is fine, I'll stop the sharing. Is it visible enough?
Yes, ma'am.
That's-
We can, if we can change the slide, we'll see the next slide, whether we are able to see the text.
Okay. Now this is in the presentation mode,
Yeah,
right?
this is in the presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
So-
see, ma'am.
No, if I reduce, if I stop doing the presentation mode, then chat you said, no, I won't be able to see.
Ha.
Because during the training part, at least the PPT part, okay, I'll continue like this.
Yeah, ma'am, you can continue. Then when hands-on, you can just see if any queries in the chat. Then you can go to the hands-on.
Sure, sure. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, dear participants, again, very good morning to everyone. I would like to share my experience, what I have learned. It's part of my training, which I did in PGDLM course. And I have been using this reference tool from then. I would again like to thank everyone and would like to tell on the onset that I will be sharing certain slides in the beginning to just give a background. And I understand that you have been learning the literature review and citation part is already covered. So in case something is not covered, you can update me in the chat. Because what I understand is you have already done the citation, maybe the types of citations, the formats and things like that. So I'm not covering. My only focus area is the reference tools. So the topic of my today's training is reference tools. And I'll be covering what is the reference tool, the type. Of course, I don't have access to that. Open source softwares, the comparison in the available softwares, the installation and the usage part. Okay, so the very beginning, the most basic part, what is a reference tool? Reference tool is it's a very generic term actually, which like we have been sharing or using it right from the beginning, like, you know, from right from our school time and things like that. If anybody can share in the chat, maybe what's what is a reference tool or what you know as referencing. Share. What do you understand as a reference which we have been using? Okay, Shamita, if I'm pronouncing it right, a tool that helps us keep all references in one place can be used while writing thesis. Okay.
Ma'am, they
Okay.
can unmute also and they can respond. That rights are also given.
Okay, they can unmute. So that is also nice. You can unmute yourself and share at least 2-3 of them.
Madam,
Yes,
when we
Rinki.
acknowledge the contribution of others and we refer their resources or their material, and we used to give them the contribution in the form of reference and citation. So that is what I understand in research is a reference.
Right. Very right. Very much right. What I meant is when we are talking about referencing, right from the beginning, we have been using it like, part of the textbook. You have index behind, we have content pages in the front. So what we do is we read the content, we go to that particular page. Or from the index, if we are looking for a specific keyword in a, big book like encyclopedias earlier we used to have, or the textbooks which we have. So the index, which is behind the book, it guides us to the main source. So they are referring us to the main source, okay, the original content. Oh, 1 second, I have got something in the chat. Yes, to authenticate the research. Yes, Pallavi, right. So this is like the basic thing, and even the catalog in the college library, you see, the catalog refers you to the original document. So that is also a reference. It is referring to you. And in very big libraries, you have the reference department specifically, which is just catering to the reference queries when the user comes and asks for an information, and the user is kind of guided to the actual place or the document. Okay, so that is also a reference. Now, when we are talking about reference tool, it can be a software or a hardware which is used in academia to manage visual aids, such as it can be anything. It can be a text, slide, images, videos, anything. And it also helps in the easy organization, editing, and collaboration of projects, as well as generating formatted citations and reference lists. Now, when we are talking about generating formatted citations and reference lists, this is like we are talking about the software or the tools what we are using for organizing the references. Okay, so now there are various types of tools which are available in the market. It can be like, the commercial sources, the open source options are there. There are cloud-based platforms are there. Yes, Shalian, it's designed for quick retrieval. Right. You are right. And cloud-based platforms. So many reference tools also allow us for the integration of external sources of information such as web pages and databases. Now, with the advancement of technology, what has happened? Things which we used to do a few years back manually, and it was very cumbersome, like people who have done their PhD and thesis writing, they must be very much aware, the kind of painstaking, because there are a lot of references which need to be cited, and then the bibliographies which need to be prepared. Or when you're writing a research paper, the number of references may not be much. But when it comes to thesis and things like that, or a literature review chapter you're writing, or a paper you're publishing, so it takes a lot of time and effort to organize the documents, your whatever you have searched, because first when you download the documents, the number is more, and as you go ahead and your topic also you decide, so the topic gets specific, then you will filter those and things like that, which I think it's being already covered in the literature review part. I'm not going into that detail. But the reference management software, the main function is it reduces your time. So there are various softwares which are available in the market, like EndNote, Zotero, RefWorks, Reference Manager, Mendeley, then even the Word is there, JabRef is there, BibTeX is there. But EndNote is like paid, then Papers is there. the EndNote is a commercial software. So there are universities and institutes which subscribe to these resources, and the staff, students, faculty, they are able to access and make use of that software. But for individuals who are not having access to such commercial softwares, there are very good reference sources like Zotero, Mendeley. They are very popular reference managers. So these are very popular, and lot of features which are there in the commercial softwares, it is being covered in these free softwares. So it is very popularly used and very easy to use. Okay. Now, this is, I have picked up from a paper which I was reading, and I'll be sharing some of the papers with Natika ma'am. She can share that folder with you guys as well. So you can go through if you're interested to know in detail about the software, and read or get to know in detail. But the practical hands-on experience we'll be doing after the getting the basics of about the software. So now these citation management softwares, or they call it reference management softwares, or sometime, CMS or RMS, these are all same, they interchangeably, they are being given, use these words and names. So what are the characteristics of EndNote, Mendeley, Zotero, RefWorks, papers, which are, popularly used in universities and colleges, and by the individual researchers? So there is this study done by Sangur and Sehan in 2013, where they have compared the different type of citation softwares. And there is also another paper which I will be sharing with you, where they have researched on the usage of the reference softwares by the institute, like faculties and who are masters, who are doing PhD, and those who have already completed their PhD. So that kind of study, where they have taken those students and faculty and seen, why they are using, and what is the reason they are using, and what are the different aspects, which I'll be sharing you in the next slide. So the basic criteria here, few I have taken from this source, which I have given the source. I'll be sharing the paper. So now EndNote and RefWorks papers, these are the paid softwares, but Mendeley and Zotero are the free versions software. Now, when I say free version, what happens is, at times it is free for a certain limit of space and something like that, and if you want to go for upgradation of the storage, then there might be some nominal charge. But the free version is more than enough, even, like, if you have number of papers, and you can manage your data very well in the desktop version as well as the web-based version of these softwares. So now Mendeley, Zotero, EndNote, these are all available in the desktop version, in the web form version, and also Mendeley is available, I think, in the mobile application as well. But I have not used it, so I'll be not covering that part over here. I have not used it, so I can share that experience with you. Then, hello.
Yeah,
Yes,
I wanted
Harold.
to know whether the free versions are as
Yes, Mr. Harold, I can say functionality wise, yes, but some limitations are there, like for Zotero or Mendeley, the type of reference styles, like if you're aware of the different referencing styles, like American Psychological Association style and Chicago style, Nature. So there are these different journals and publications who are using the different types of formats. Like yesterday, you must have learned about the different formats of citations. Like, for example, if a book has to be cited, it has to be cited in a particular manner. If a journal article or research paper has to be cited, it has to be cited in a certain manner. If you have taken a paper from a conference proceeding, then it has to be cited in a particular manner. The thing is, apart from this, the type of items which you are citing, the other thing is the source or the journal which you have selected for publication. Or when it comes to thesis, whether the thesis, the university from which you're doing the PhD, what format they are following. Like I'm doing from Gujarat University, then they are using this American APA style, which we call it very commonly, American Psychological Association style. They are using the 6th edition. Now, some places they are using the 7th edition. And in some journals or universities, they are using Chicago style. Then some journals like Nature, they have their citation styles. Now, in Mendeley and Zotero, what happens is the number of sources. Just give me a moment, please. Hello. Yeah, I'm audible. I'm
Yes, ma'am,
sorry.
you're audible.
Yes. So the number of or the type of references, the referencing styles, what we say, they might be limited in Mendeley and Zotero. But there is a provision where you can add those citation styles. Suppose you choose a journal, your paper or the topic is relevant to a particular journal, and that journal is using a certain referencing style which is not there in the what we say Zotero. Then you can add that referencing style. Okay, and there are also forums and support groups where you can join them and take a help in case you're not able to join. But there is a very simple method as we go through the practical hands-on experience. I can show you that. Okay.
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
hope it answers your question.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does. Thank you.
Okay. So then as far as the PDF processing in MS Word, now it is compatible for PDF, MS Word, almost all. Only RefWorks is having MS Word. It is not compatible with PDF. Okay, then platform matching, like they have the facility to exchange with other platforms. Like, Zotero's citation can be exported to BibTeX and RefWorks and EndNote and things like that. So it is platform matching. You can exchange the references from one platform to the other. Then electronic library research is available. Now, this is little old data, but library search facility is available in Zotero now, even in Mendeley as well. Then cooperation, you get the support groups from private and public groups for Zotero, and social network groups, you are getting support. But EndNote and all, as they are these 3 RefWorks and papers, they are the paid, so you get support from the private groups. Obviously, when it's a commercial software, the company will provide you the support, and those universities and all, they will have their own closed circles. But for open source software, you are free to join the forums and get your queries answered in case you face difficulty in future. Now, this library search facility, I said it is also available in Zotero and Mendeley. This is little old table because I've taken it as it is from the source. Metadata search, that is the digital object identifier. This is available in EndNote, Mendeley, Zotero. It is same. Here only RefWorks, it's only DOI is searchable. Then the journal writing style. Now here they are saying numerous, and here, as I said, what Harold asked that question. So I said now restricted with CL. So this is the citation style. It is restricted with, but then you can add on more styles if needed be. Okay. Okay, now the reason for choosing RMS, it's very simple. First of all, it is very easy to use. It is free of cost, because I'm covering only the open source software over here today. So I've mentioned that point. This is more pertaining. I'm talking about this slide is for Zotero and Mendeley. Okay. So it's free of cost. It has good features. It has compatibility with MS Word. It has good online storage for creating custom reference styles. As I said, you can add more reference styles, and you can interchange, like you have applied for one journal, for your research paper to be published, but for some reason, it may not get accepted. It says it does not suit their, or it's not falling under their scope of publication or the topics what they cover. Then you might choose another journal, to send your paper to another journal. So then their referencing style might be different. So it becomes very easy when you're using the referencing, or right from the beginning while writing your paper, you are using this reference management software. You don't have to take the pain to change each and every citation or the in-text citation, what you have used for writing. You can very easily change the referencing style. Okay. Apart from the text and all, or if data has to be changed or some analysis part is asked, that is a different thing. But when it comes to citation, you can change it very easily with the help of reference management tools. Then you get immediate updates. It keeps on getting updated. And also the offline storage, when we are talking about here, good offline storage, the desktop version, you're getting offline storage, and it has a real-time sync, maybe few seconds. It also gets synced with the online, like Zotero's or Mendeley's web version. So today I'm using my laptop. I'm at home or I'm at work. It's my personal PC. I'm able to access my library. But if I'm traveling and I'm using some other place, I'm at other place, I have to access my library, then you can access on the web version, and the same documents, same library of yours, which you have saved for your research, you can access from anywhere, any PC. Okay. Then you can also upload your works for worldwide access. You can also share your work if you have, you are a student, you want to share your work with your guide on regular basis, or it's a research group working on a same topic, in collaboration, you're writing a paper. So those researchers, you can collaborate and write a paper and share through these reference management softwares. Then it also is compatible with LibreOffice, like Unix platform. Apart from MS Word, people who are using Unix or Linux, then for them this is relevant. Then here this point, the next is got to know from conference or workshop. So it's from the research paper where why people are using or why they are not using. So this points what I have mentioned right from here. So the majority of people said, it's because it's easy to use, because the next highest was like, because it is free of cost and things like that. So from here left, as it goes down, the importance or the count was less. So people are not using. So when I see, like, see the number here, it goes down. So because some people are not aware, they are not using it. So once, because of the training, obviously you're aware such a source exists and this is how it can be used, people start using. then suggested by co-researcher or colleague. So some people are using because it has been suggested by their co-researcher or colleague. Then because of the compatibility with mobile apps, now this has also come up. Purchased or provided by institution, this is for the paid version, as I mentioned. Then it's easy to manage the references. It's easy to make notes. So when you're reading and writing, you can also make notes for that particular paper. And also for the group discussion, as I mentioned, you can share with the peer groups. Now, what are the benefits of using an RMS is obviously it saves your time. It's easy to cite and provide references. As I said, you can interchange the citation style very easily. Then it is easy for generating a bibliography. Otherwise, it's very cumbersome, and these journals are very particular, wherein even, you know, a small comma and a title is missing, or a page number is missing, or maybe a URL is missing. They might tell you, you know, to add these details and then again resend the paper. So it's like takes time. So it's best when you're starting your paper, when you're starting your thesis writing or chapter writing, right from the beginning only, you go by a proper procedure so that you have less problems later on. So easy generation of bibliography, then it is also easy to download and install, and also free, lot of free storage is available. Now, what are the risks or problems with the use of RMS? Now, risk, what are mentioned here is like, you know, this is some people's perception or what they have experienced. Like some are having, maybe they are not very tech savvy, and they have that inhibition. But I'll tell you, once you see Zotero and Mendeley, or even EndNote, if somebody is having that access in their institute, you can use it. It is very easy to use. So people are not using because of lack of technical support. You know, maybe in their institute, nobody is providing that kind of training, or nobody is there to support them if they face any issue in the future. Now, lack of knowledge on citation styles, insufficient training by the operating software service provider. But in Zotero and all, I have seen there are a lot of forums, even Mendeley, there are a lot of forums where, you know, there are people who can help you. And even a lot of librarians and information professionals, they are trained on this. You can always seek help of your librarian in your institute. They can help you. Then cloud storage and upgradation cost. Now, as I mentioned, like the free version, you have that 1 GB data and things like that. So if you want a lot of space, then obviously you have to pay for it. But till now, like I have done my literature review and many other papers, which I have used my desktop version, I'm using web version, and still there is no need to buy. So, and you can always manage and keep what you say, managing your folders also. Whatever is not needed, you can always remove and manage your space in a best way. Then some styles are not available. As I said, this is in case of Zotero and Mendeley. Some of the styles are not available. So you will maybe have to, you know, add and maybe take help of a forum where they will guide you how to do it. Then difficult to learn on our own. Okay. Because if we don't learn, we don't know it, obviously we will not use it. And software is too complex. That is the perception of some people, but I feel it's not that complex. It's very easy, and I think you will agree to me in the end. Then it's difficult to install and add plugins. This is for, there are people who are not that tech savvy, so obviously they might find it difficult maybe to install and add plugins, but it's not that difficult. Now steps to install Zotero. This is the site. So I just wanted to know if some of you can update if you people were able to download. I had shared the document with Dr. Natika, and she must have shared with the participants if you were able to download Zotero. Okay, okay. Very nice. Ritu Shalion. Okay. So even if somebody has not been able to do it, then after the, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Great. So if you know Zotero, you will be able to use Mendeley, you will be able to use EndNote. It's more or less, they are similar. You know, you can always explore. So today, my plan is first to go with Zotero. Then as time permits, we will be using, I'll be showing you the Mendeley also. Okay. Now, the first and foremost is it's very easy how you register for any email ID. The same way for Zotero, you have to go on this site www.zotero.org. You have to register with your email ID. Once you have created your account, maybe your username or with email ID, then you have to log in with same. And then next is there is a button which is red in color. You have to click on that, download, and it takes you to another page where you have Zotero as per the different operating systems. So if you are using the Windows, then you have to go for that particular tab. And if you're using Mac book, so you have, or Linux, whatever OS you are using, accordingly, you have to download that software for your machine. Okay, then there is also a web connector, which is very necessary when you are searching a document on the web. So web connector is very much required. As we progress, you will see how helpful it is to install this and save your documents. It makes it easy to save your documents. And then follow the steps as you install. You have to follow these steps and finish. And once your Zotero is installed, you can see the machine. Now, what I'll do is I'll stop my PPT presentation. And I would like to show you live. Okay. Able to see my, because of this. I'll just stop sharing and I'll just go to the tab. Meanwhile, everyone, others, if they have downloaded, it is fine. So you are able to share this. See, once it is downloaded, you can see my screen, right? One of you can answer. You can see my screen. Yes. Okay. Okay, so in the start button, once the installation is finished, no? So in the start button, under where all your programs are there. So Zotero also you can start from there. Okay. Now this is after the installation, but the installation part I'm showing you, I'll just stop the share because I'm not able to access my tab address bar on top. So I'll just stop the share for a while, then again reshare once again. Can you see the screen?
No, ma'am.
Okay, one second. I'll just share. Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I lost my connectivity. Okay. Now my screen is visible, right? Zotero, you're able to see. Are you guys able to see?
Yes, ma'am, screen is visible.
Okay. So from this site, Zotero, www.zotero.org. Now, because I'm logged in, you can see here. Otherwise, for people who have not registered, you will have to register. And then there'll be a login button here. So you have to log in using the email ID or username and your password. So generally what I do is this is my personal laptop, so I don't log off. But even if you log off, you have to remember your password, or you can do the forgot password thing. You can use it. So once you come on this home page, first thing is you register for email ID. And in case some people have forgotten, they have not registered in the beginning. So what you can do is, even if you have installed the software, so later on I will show you how you can register your email ID, because then you will be able to access it on web also, anywhere you go, travel. Fine. So now this next part is you have to click on this download button. So after you click on the download button, you will see here you can download Zotero. And on the right hand side now, it's still, it's taking time. I don't know why the net has gone very slow all of a sudden. So you will see Zotero icon and the web connector. So when you are downloading Zotero, whether it is for Windows version, then you download from the Windows version, or otherwise below that, you will see for other OS, for other additional platforms. If you are using MacBook, then you have to select that particular operating software and download Zotero for that particular operating software. Okay. So as I mentioned, after that red button you press, so you'll be able to see the Zotero. It's taking very, very long, so I don't want to waste that time. So what happens is, once you download the Zotero software and then you have to install it by following the next button, and you have to finish it. It will ask you if you would like to make the changes to your computer. So you have to accept and say yes. Nothing will happen to your other files. It will be safe. It's only for, and whenever you download, I suggest, you better close all the other applications. So things move more smoothly and it will be faster. In case your some email box is open, then what will happen at the background? You will see that small tab or a window where it will be asking for the changes. If you would like to make these changes, then you have to go on that and say select yes. Fine, then that will be like your final step of downloading. This is what I was mentioning. Zotero 6 for Windows, then you have to download. If you have other platforms, then you have to click on that, and then accordingly that particular operating system you have to download and select. And then this is also a must. You have to save or install this Chrome connector. So now this part I'm not doing again because I have already downloaded Zotero. I'm using it for my work. So I don't want to do double downloading and waste time, as it is my network speed is low. I'm very sorry for that. But after you download, as I mentioned, you have to follow the steps on the screen, and then the Zotero you can access from the start window icon or from the program folder in your computer, like any other programs what you have downloaded. I put something in the chat. 1 second. Okay, now install Chrome connector. So if you install this, now I am already having a connector on my web page. So it will ask me to remove from Chrome. But for people who are doing for the first time, you will get a tab here saying add to Chrome. So you have to click on that. So whichever web browser you're using, whether you're using Firefox or Chrome or Internet Explorer, whichever you're using, so you have to add to that web browser, right? Which you now I use Chrome on regular basis. So I'm operating from that, and it is asking for the that connector.
Ma'am, after adding to the Chrome, there is a notification saying add extension. Should we add extension?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Now see, here my I am seeing remove from Chrome. So this is because I have already added. Now can you see the small icon here? See, my mouse is here near the address bar on the right hand side. Can you see here?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So this is for Zotero. You will see like Z. Okay, now because it's on a page, I'm seeing this. But if no page is open and you open a new tab, see, can you see the Z? It is C turned to Z.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
this is for Zotero and this is for Mendeley. Okay, M. Right. So this is when you do the connector, add Chrome extension, add to Chrome, then add extension. So you have to do that step. It's a very simple step. And then you are ready to use it. So then you can see that Z icon over here, which I just showed you. Now, because this web page is open, that is why you are seeing this icon. This icon will keep on changing. If a PDF is open in your web browser, then this here icon, you will see it as a PDF. Okay. So I'll show you how to use it. Now, once your installation is completed, now first part was to download Zotero, follow the steps, you complete and you accept to make changes to the computer, you add the Zotero connector. Okay. These things if you have done, so your installation is complete. Fine. Then I'll show you Zotero desktop, how it is seen and how it looks like. Before moving on to that, I would also like to show you one thing. Now on the very home page, when you log in, or even if you are logged in, the first thing is the helpful things. What you see there, the this is the web library. Now, once I've added my documents a library, I will be able to access this. But this documentation tab is very important. Now, from this documentation tab, it will help you. It will show you the installation step, quick start guide. So even after this training is there, you have hands-on, you have done. In case in future you get stuck. So this is the quick start guide. Or people who have not yet downloaded and now you don't, it's better, if you're having two machines, you're doing it side by side, I'm fine. It depends if people are comfortable or with technology, they can do it faster by during the session. Otherwise, best is, to see it properly, or maybe if you have two machines, access to two systems, then on one you can view it and on the other one you can try it. That is how it helps. Now, this is the installation guide. This is the quick start guide. See how it will show you here how open Zotero. So in case you are facing problem, then each and every aspect of this RMS Zotero, it will say, what does Zotero do? So this is Zotero is a reference manager. It is designed to store, manage, and cite bibliographic references. So these all things we have already discussed in our PPT. Now I will not go into these details. Now, what kind of items are there? So now the different types of items, as I mentioned, right from books, articles, reports, it can be a conference paper, it can be a web page, it can be any artwork, manuscripts, sound recordings, anything, video files, audio files. So these all you can index in these RMS. That is Zotero I'm talking about. Okay. Now, what can I do with the items? So this documentation is very helpful. After the session, if you're interested, you can go through in your free time, and you can explore on your own what all things are there. Then organize. So what is collection? So these are the different terminology of within the software, which you will get now familiar. So what are the, like you have facility for attachments, you have facility to write notes, you have facility to manage files, you can attach files directly into the Zotero software in the central collection pane. I'll show you that. Then you can have links directly to the web pages through this. Then it can also capture items through the connector. So that also we will demonstrate today in the training. Then single or multiple captures. Okay, now if the save icon is a book, so there are different types of items. If you have not saved it directly from the, what I say, like suppose you're not searching it. I mean to say you're not searching right now, but already today you have learned the RMS Zotero, and earlier you have certain files or books as PDFs or in some Word format. You have those files, and that also you need to add into this. So that is also possible. Okay. Multiple type of documents you can capture. Now they are saying about the translators. It can recognize information on web pages and it can translate to many sites. As I said, you can, it can exchange the platforms. Like from Zotero, you can translate or exchange. You want to shift to Mendeley. So that is also possible without any problem. So because they are managing the different type of formats like Word, PDF. So even Mendeley is also able to manage. So those kind of facilities also available. You can also save a web page. You can add an item by the identifier. So all these tabs I'll be showing you in the Zotero. And feeds. If people are familiar with the RSS feeds, now there are journals if you're regularly following in your subject area, and you want those RSS feeds to be captured, like, when a new volume or an issue is published or an article is published in the this one journal, that you need to capture. So you can add that link of that journal RSS feed into Zotero. That is also possible. Okay, then manually you can add items. As I said, your old files are there, and for that particular topic today you're writing something, so you want to add into that folder, that is also possible. Then the in-text citation, that is possible in both Zotero and things. So as I said, Harold had asked, about what are the limitations for paid and unpaid things. So the citation style languages when we are talking about. So what Zotero is covering, you can also add on to other, see here, they are mentioning around 8,000. So I think it's decent enough, it can manage. Like today I download Zotero integration. So you can add the word plugin as well, which will help you during writing your documents. So this is very much necessary to add the word processor plugin. Fine. So now when I go on home, we went to download. Okay, we have downloaded these. Then after this is the plugins. Okay, now there are many plugins, but basically we need, mostly people use Word. Most of us use Word. If you're using any other LibreOffice, that also you can use it. So here it shows, the type of plugins, what you can add on. Now attachment, file management, Zotero reports के लिए. Then there are interface tools. There are various, the PDF preview. So there are so many things are available. WordPress also you can integrate. Website integration they are talking about. Drupal you can integrate. So it is like very user friendly here. This I am talking about. This is very necessary. So I will show you one place wherein if that word processor is not shown, then you will have to click on this and follow the steps to add the word processor plugin. Fine. So if by default it is not there, then you will use this word plugin. Fine. There are others also, but right now we will talk about just using Zotero word plugin. And here the steps are given. Okay. Installing the Zotero word plugin adds a Zotero tab to Microsoft Word. Now your Microsoft Word, what you are using in your machine, it will have the Zotero tab in your Microsoft Word. I'll have to start my Microsoft Word to show you this. Give me a moment.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Zotero word processor plugin is saying word processor, ma'am. I'm looking at it is Zotero word processor plugin. Is it the same you're talking about?
Then you have to come to Zotero word plugin.
Okay, okay.
So if you're not, some of you, if you're not able to do it along, then you can do it later. But first learn properly, then you can do it on your own. It's very simple. is my Word file. So here you can see Zotero. Is it visible where I'm pointing my arrow? Oh. Should I put it more down? One second. Yeah. See this? The Word document is visible to you. Anyone can talk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. See now, this is what the Word plugin will do. You know, this Zotero, this basic things, this will be seen in your Word document. Fine. And here under references, now I have already done with Mendeley also long back, but currently I'm using Zotero only because obviously one at a time. So Mendeley also I had tried, you know, this is also good enough. So this comes under references. Zotero is added here. Here it is. So when you do Word plugin, this is very necessary. Now I'll take you to Zotero. Now don't worry if you have not done this, you can do it later. Okay, so this it is talking about add and edit citation. So when you're writing in the Word, you know, it will help you to add a new citation or edit an existing citation. So if already you have added a citation in APA style and tomorrow I want to edit it, or you know, maybe edit the author itself, the citation itself. If I want to change the format, that is also possible. Okay, so this add and edit citation will help in that. And add and edit bibliography, it will help you to insert the bibliography at the cursor location. Now, once you have finished writing and put the in-text citation, then you have to add the bibliography or reference list in the end of the paper, right? Or a book chapter. Then you will put the enter cursor. So where you want to insert the bibliography, you will put the cursor there and then click the add and edit bibliography button, where the bibliography will get inserted over there. Fine. Then a document preferences, like to change the citation style. As I said, APA style, say I want to change it to nature. If I from APA style, I want to change it to Chicago. So this is what the document preferences tab will do. Then refresh will it will refresh all the citations and the bibliography, updating any item metadata that has changed in your Zotero library. So if any metadata item you have changed, which I will take you through, then you have to use the refresh button. And if you want to unlink any citation from your document, then you will use this unlink citation in the document by removing the field code. Now, this prevents any further automatic updates of the citation and bibliographies. Note that removing the field codes is irreversible. Okay, so once you unlink, what will happen, you know, again, you will not be able to link it. So you have to be very careful whenever, you know, you have to use this. So just avoid using this. Instead, you can go to the word and delete. I will show you that. I don't want to confuse here anymore. I will take you to the demonstration of Zotero first. Fine. So this was with regard to the Word plugin, which you can install later. Now we will start the Zotero software. Go to the start button. Search for the Zotero, which is added to the program folder. Okay, so you click on Zotero. Now this is after you have done the installation completion, you'll be able to see this. So people who have downloaded and done the installation, I hope they are also able to see it. Those who have done the installation, are they able to see the software at the start button?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can start that. Still not started. Today, a lot of applications are going on, so it's taking time. Sorry. So for the first time when you see, I'm audible, right?
Yes.
Right? So those who have installed, they will come to know. So there are 3 panes, one in the left, one in the center, and on the right hand side. Okay, now one by one, I will take you through how the Zotero RMS will work. It might ping you maybe in the beginning for a demo. You can watch the demo. That will also help you.
Ma'am, can I just ask one
Yes.
question? So
Yes, yes.
once I've downloaded the Zotero, it's coming to only this My Library. I'm not getting the other pane. So what have I done wrong?
It's coming to,
Just My Library.
you have not downloaded the desktop version, maybe.
Okay. thank
My
you.
library means this.
Yeah,
This
I've got only this. Yeah.
You will get only that. Now, these are my folders, which
Yes.
different topics I have done. So this you
Okay.
will create now. I will
Okay,
take you through
fine.
one time.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. See, now this is a file. Okay, either you can add an item from here. So now when you click on new item, as I had mentioned, you will see here the type of items which you can add in Zotero. Can you see here? Okay, so these are the different type of documents, even the blog post, case studies, data set, dictionary, email, anything which you want to index in that, save in this, it's possible. Interview, it can be a text, it can be audio file, a map, anything what you want to save, you can. These are the type of items it can handle. You want to create a new note. This also I'll show you. Now new collection. First thing is, now on the left hand side, what you see, the first pane, it is the folders and the libraries. Okay, by default as Selena, I think, I don't know, I don't remember the name. As she mentioned, she can see only library. So this is the default main parent folder. This you should never delete it. Okay. Now, any other new folders, whatever topic you're writing in, whether it's your research paper or a book chapter or a blog or anything, you have to create folders as per those names. From here also you can do it. You can add a new folder. Can you see this plus sign with the folder? This is a new collection, they are calling it. So when I say new collection, it is giving me this name. Enter a new name for this collection. So I can put FDP for today, 30th May, na? Right? So I can say, okay. Now can you see the FDP folder has got added here? So this is my new collection. Fine. So the center pane is called the collection pane, where you will see all your files. Now you see this is the Ayurveda folder. So these are all the collection for this particular topic in the collection pane. These are all the items. Now when I'm saying items, it can be a web page, it can be a PDF file. Now see here, what happens is, depending on the type of the documents. Now above what you see here, you will see a left arrow here, small arrow near this document. Can you see this? Yadav et al. Adjacent to this. So there is a small arrow. Once you click on this, you will see the full text PDF. And here is the ResearchGate link. Now, because maybe this paper I have taken, saved from ResearchGate, right? So you can see this here in this format. I have the full text PDF also, and I have got this ResearchGate link. Now, in this case, on the first case, see, this is just a web page. So there is no arrow over here on the left-hand side. So there is no PDF attached to it. This is only a web page. So whatever data is captured from the web page, it is seen on the right-hand side. This is the information page. This is the metadata page, pane, I can say. So there are three pane, left pane, center pane, and the right pane. So the right pane is the metadata pane, which by default, generally from the web, when we are saving any document, it gets saved in this particular manner over here. Now, when we are going to say, we can create a folder. Now, why we are doing? We are preparing our RMS for saving our research paper. So first you get aware with this, then we will demonstrate with one or two papers where how we add and how we save from the web page, right? So from here you add the collection, you give the name to the collection, whatever topic, suppose your topic is finance, corporate governance, or marketing, specific to marketing, maybe advertising or consumer behavior, whatever it is, you have to add that particular name to that collection, right? So this was under fine. Then this import part and all, this will come later. First, understand the basics. Okay. Now in view, you can change the font size and things like that. Now tools, under tools, you will see there is, this shows the add-ons. Okay. And under edit, one more point, sorry, this I missed. Under edit, there is something called preferences. And if it's a new version, sometime depending on the, I don't know what version of Zotero you're using, or maybe the Mac operator, sometimes the preferences tab is seen under tools. So that you have to search. Either it will be under edit button tab, or it will be under tools tab. So don't worry. Mine is seen under edit preferences. You have to go to preferences. And if somebody is not able to see it under edit, you have to see under tools. So this is what I was mentioning, Harold, about the type of citation styles when we are talking about. So presently I'm having these many styles under Zotero, but there is an option of adding additional styles. You can get additional styles, right? And remember the citation options, don't check this, leave it unchecked. See here it is written, when this option is disabled, Zotero includes URLs when citing journal, magazine, and newspaper articles only if the article does not have a page range specified. So what happens in some articles, like you will see some papers, you don't have page range. Then at least the link will be added by default. So don't check this, leave it unchecked, right? So get additional styles. Okay. Only if you want to get additional styles. Now, first, we will not do that. Whatever is there, we'll work with that. Then here you have the style preview. Now, if I'm selecting American Psychological Association, that is APA style 6th edition, then I can see the style preview here. If I click on style preview, it will show me the style preview. Oh, sorry, I have not selected any. Select a bit. That is the limitation when presenting. We are not able to. I'm not able to see that. Yeah, now. I was not able to see, but then I just tried. Okay, so this is showing the style preview. Okay, so the different styles what we are having. So you will be able to see the different citation styles here when you click on the style preview. Fine. Next is another thing is tools. I'll click on add-ons. So you just check and you click on add-ons. See, I've added this LibreOffice integration and I've also added Word windows. So this you please check after you add the Word plugin. Na? You can check in your Word also, and here also you will see these extensions. These are added in the Zotero. Okay, after you add the Word plugin. So you go to Tools, click on Add-ons once you have done the Word plugin thing, and you can check under add-ons if it is added. So it will show here. Okay, so these are the add-ons which I have done. Right? So you can check here. Now, over here, you will see the plus sign. So it is showing the type of documents which you can add. Now here you can add manually also. Either you can add a journal article, or you can add a book section. You can add a document, newspaper article, anything like that. So if you add, say, click on this journal article. So a journal article will get added. See here, it is giving you this. So if you have to manually add, you can see here, because the cursor was there, I had selected this paper, Yadav et al. So above that, it has added a journal article. Because I clicked on this. One second, I'm getting something in chat. Okay. Which option you're talking about, Ritu?
Ma'am, there is this option extensions, which you add-ons when you asked us to click, so that it shows the two options. So when we
Acha.
go to those options, it is showing disable. So are we supposed to enable that?
Acha, you have not yet added Word plugin, right?
I have already added Word plugin. It is already showing in my Word file, the extension Zotero, and the Z icon is already
It is
seen.
showing, but here you're not able to see.
Yes. So even on your screen, both these options had an option of disable. So when you went on to extensions, as disable. So are we supposed to enable that?
Yes, yes, you have to enable.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, welcome. So as we talk and we share, others also get to know. If one is having a query, so it's a good way. Thank you, Ritu. So here you can directly add, if you are adding it manually, not while searching, you already have a research paper, then you can drop it here. Or else, if you have to manually add, you can manually add. So this is for the journal articles. You will see the metadata here. So if you have to add manually, By default, it has selected the journal articles because here I clicked on journal article. If I click on book, it will show as item type as book over here. Okay, now for this journal article, if you have to add the title, so you will read the PDF and you will add the title. You can type in here manually. Then author, you have to add as last author first, like the surname. The pattern is like you have to add the surname and then first name. And if there are 2 or more authors, then there is, see here the plus sign. You have to add the plus sign. Then one more author will get added. So suppose here I add Nagi. Okay, I've added Nagi. I've added here my initial 5. Yes. Okay, now if I click on the plus sign, I can add the second author in the same manner. You will add here the surname and then the first name as it is indicated here, last and then the first. Then the article as an abstract, you can either copy paste. Some journals don't allow copy paste. You can type it. Then the name of the publication, the volume number, issue number you can type, the page numbers you can give, the date. This date is the date of the publication. Fine. And if it is a series, if it is a part of a series, then you have to put here the series number, series title. Like now, today my topic is referencing tool, but our training name is FDP and STTP on ICT tools. So that is a different title. So that will come here. So similarly, the series title will come here. If there is any other text about the series you want to add, you can add here. If there is an abbreviation of a journal, like you have IJL and things like that, so that you can put the abbreviation, the language, whether it's in English, non-English, whatever language you have to put. Now, DOI is very important. This is the digital object identifier. So this is the unique URL of the document, so that you can paste it here. ISSN, it's for the journal, has a serial number. Each journal has a ISSN number. It can be EISSN or it can be ISSN. Then short title, if it is having the URL of the journal which you have then accessed. Then when you have accessed this, see what happens is when you're doing research or you're submitting any papers and things like that, what happens is to give the authenticity. By default, if you have uploaded, it will show you when it is accessed. But manually of adding, so obviously you will put that particular date. Okay, like today, if I have accessed or added any article, so I will put today's date. Fine. And call number and all, this is for the books. Library catalog number, call number. This is not for you guys. This is Library of Congress and Archive. So if that number is there, copyrights. So this is not much, but for bibliography per se, till here, accessed part, it's very important. Right? From journal article. Now notes, you can add notes. Now suppose I'm reading an article. Okay. Now once I clicked on this, what has happened? It is opening the PDF. So in Zotero and Mendeley, even EndNote, there is a possibility you can open the PDF within the software itself. So I can read it here. I can also highlight it. You know, this particular part is important. I want to make notes. I can highlight it and keep. Fine. Like that over here. Then I can scroll down. Okay, now these are the references of this document. Suppose I want to use this part. You know, while I'm reading, whatever important parts I want to keep a note. Maybe I'm going to use for my reference, or I want to read it again. So these are the highlighters you can highlight and keep, which is possible over here when it opens the document. Now I have opened this document, so you can see the metadata, everything is captured here. Fine. This is the information about it. You can also tag it. You can always add like keywords. So as many keywords you want, I can add here. Now this particular paper is about, I can say, natural healing. So I can put about natural therapy, right? Then I put enter, then I can put something else, Ayurveda. It's related to Ayurveda. So whatever keywords, it will help you to search and add, and you can also add the related terms. Okay, now you might be having other papers which are related to this. So you can add those related terms, maybe broad terms I can put, which is related to which other document, so that you can add, right? Now, over here, I was on this. Where is that blank? Yeah. Now, for this, because there is no paper, now I can't show to add notes. What happens is, now when I'm saying add notes, I can add here notes. Suppose this is the topic for referencing. So I can say reference management software training. I have to share with you the papers to share. Okay. So this is like some note I have written about this particular paper. So this I can add. I can add more notes as well. Fine. So this is one thing I showed you. Any one item you can add manually. Any book title, anything. Now this, what you can see, identifier. This is wand-like thing. So if you are having a document, a paper with you, for which you know the DOI, then you can copy paste the DOI, or you can put the ISSN over here, or PMID, or your archive ID. You can paste it here. Then the system has the ability to fetch it here and add that document here if it is available on the web, and it can be added by the DOI also. Now I showed you one is the notes which I can write here. Now here there is something called a standalone note. If I have to put a standalone note for this collection, I can put a standalone note, or I can also add a child note. Now suppose I'm reading this paper. For this paper, I want to add a child note. So if I say add child note, see here I have got the child note got added here. And here you can type it whatever you. So I can say for alleviating spasmodic pains. Fine. So this is a note which I've added for this paper after reading this paper. Fine. So like this, you can add notes, which is always there. And if you want to remove it, you can click on it, right click it, and you can either duplicate or you can remove it by saying move item to the trash. Or you can also export a note and share it with somebody. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, how you have added these PDF files over here?
I'll come to that.
Okay.
I'm first showing
Okay.
you the tabs. I'm just
Okay,
first making you familiar with my file, which is there, to show you the tabs, what all it can do. Then we will do the live thing by searching from the Google, how you will add the papers. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. For the notes we have done, then you can attach link or a URL or a file. add attachments. So this is one way. As I said, you can, a stored copy file you can attach, or you can, while you're searching, you can save. That I will demonstrate you now. Now, after this tab, now this is for the search. See, here you can do the field search here also. If there are a lot of files and I want to search a particular topic, then I can search from here, right? So if you want to search about a topic, like, if I want to see the papers which are on curcumin, I'm writing a book on this. So it will just filter out that. So you can do the library search. Now this feature was not that earlier, as you saw in my presentation in that table, 2013 paper, this library search feature was not there, but this is being added now. So library search is there. Here there is advanced search feature also, but this is the basic one. So I'll close this. Then once you close that, everything is visible here. Now this is, this will come later. Now this is the creator, is you will see the authors, and here you see the attachments. So if you click on this button, attachments, what it will do, it will show you wherever there are attachments. So it has taken this up. Earlier it was visible down. Now when I click on the creator, this is sorted alphabetically by the name of the creator. Right? Otherwise, this was the default as I have added. Then here you can sync with zotero.org. You can see the right, you can see like a refresh, like a button. So here you can sync with the Zotero.org. So right now, if I've added a paper over here, manually also, and if it is available on the web, in my Zotero library, I want to sync it. So I will click on this button and it is syncing. It is showing that it is under process. Okay. So after my library, I've shown you, and see there is a tab like my publications. Now here is something, this my publications, what you can do is, whatever are my publications, if I want to add, I can add it here. I can add items over here, drag it, and I can also share it with somebody, or I can keep it as a separate folder. Okay, and then you have something known as duplicate items. So sometime what happens, I'm doing a search on a topic and we get a paper, and sometime, after few days again you're searching, you may not remember, you have not read that paper well, and again you will add it. So what happens is, sometimes the same paper, twice it has come. So I have put that in under duplicate items, and then once this is not needed, I can select and always delete it. Fine. Then unfiled items. Now, there are certain items which I have not added to my library, these folders. So it is going by default under the unfiled items. Okay. See this like I have used for my PhD topic literature review. So I have used around, so these are 122 items. This is after filtering. And I have created one folder. Over here you can see information need excluded from PhD. So there were more papers, but as I felt which were not that directly relevant and which I don't want to use in my literature review paper, so I have put under this. So these may not be directly related to my topic, but I have read these. So the papers which are read, and this will go under the bibliography, maybe in the end. Only if I want to include it maybe later. So you can always maintain like this folder. You must have seen under literature review also, they must have shown you how you can exclude and how to manage your table. Fine. So we are falling short of time because of my net connectivity also. So I'll demonstrate you. Now these are the main things to manage on Zotero, which I have shown you. I'll show you from Google how to search and how we can add. Google or any database. Suppose if you're using ProQuest and all, if I'm not having currently access to that. So whichever database also you're searching, you can add the PDF directly from that. I'm showing from Google because now this is the handy thing I'm having, which is for everyone. Search one of the it's showing in Hindi. Students articles. See under research gate.
Ma'am, we can't directly upload, no? We have to download into our thing and then upload, right?
So opening this paper, see this is in ResearchGate.
Yeah.
I'm going to this paper.
Yeah.
So if whichever database, suppose you're using EBSCO or ProQuest, anything, that also you can use.
But then you have to download and save it into our, and then only upload, right? You can't directly upload from the
No,
net.
if you, no. Yeah, you can. And that's what I'm showing you.
Okay.
It's taking time. So this is what the web connector we used, no? So this is for that. This icon which I showed you. So let this paper open. So once that paper opens, you have to click on this and there is a facility to save under that particular folder which you have created. Okay, so let this paper open. See now, see if you download, it will get downloaded in your machine. Remember this, right? The paper, I've read the abstract. Suppose this is interesting to me, and there is a full text also available. Okay, so can you see here? This is the now the Zotero icon, what you were seeing there. See now, depending on the web page, now this icon keeps on changing the type of the document. So this is the icon. See here. Can you see this? Save to Zotero, ResearchGate.
Yes.
Can you see the pop-up? So you have to click on that. So once you click on this, the one tab will open. See this. This is opening because it's slow, it's taking time. Otherwise, see now, here saving to Ayurveda. Now, Ayurveda is one of my folder, right? If you have created finance, you can select the folders from here. My library hai, FDP software tools, this, there is more. Today I created this folder FDP. So I will select this. Plus, what I can do is tags we were able to add in the software by selecting the paper there. But here also you can add. Once I have read this, and for my reference, I want to tag it as, you can say, aromatic plant or a medicinal plant, aromatic, comma, then I will say medicinal or whatever. So and so forth, right? So I have clicked on that first. This pop-up opened. I selected the folder. After selecting the folder, then I've added the tags. If you don't add tags now, you can add it later also. That also I've shown you. Then you say done. Now, once I say done, it should appear in my Zotero. And remember, when you're doing this, no, your Zotero, this application should be open. Otherwise, it will not get saved from the web page. See here. What I showed you just now. This process, what we did, saving from here, then it will say your Zotero application is not open or functioning, whatever, some message comes in. Now see this FDP, you can see this paper, fine, which we saved from ResearchGate. You can see the complete details here. You can see the arrow here because there was a PDF, it has come here, ResearchGate link has come here. You can see here, info is about the metadata, and sometime it might happen that the author or the person who has uploaded the document, the metadata is not completely given. So what you have to do is, for your benefit, whenever you are indexing these, you have to see the document completely, open the PDF, it is open here. See here, it opens here only, side ke tab mein. Can you see this? There is one tab here. So if you open the PDF, you will see this. And if you feel the info is not complete, no, then you have to manually, you can add the remaining info, whatever is incomplete. Suppose you see here the volume number is there, issue number is missing. If here the issue number is not there and it is not added, it is fine. But it is there and it wasn't added, then you should add the issue number. Fine. So here, whatever details are there, I'm not getting into that now. I have already told you what all details are there. It should be complete. You can see here. Now, if there is a DOI, sometime on the paper, they show DOI is given. See, ISSN is given. So you can take this ISSN, copy, and you can put under ISSN, so that your reference is complete. And then once the hard work is done, then you don't have to take the pain later on. Fine. So now this is the journal URL. So journal URL you can put under journal URL. But this is not the DOI. Huh? DOI is for that particular specific document. URL you can put here. DOI is for the specific document you have to put. Right? See now, I clicked on that, so it is taking us to that journal. I'm closing that now. Okay.
Ma'am, I have two questions to ask if I may intervene.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So first question is with regards to the papers which require you to have a login. Like say, for example, there are certain papers which are not freely accessible. So when, if you know, at this point in time, I like the paper, but I don't have a login access available. So when I add that, it shows that full text, you know, there is a cross sign which appears on that. So how do we go about that? I mean, like later on, because it doesn't add the rest of the details of the paper and everything, because the text is not available.
I understood what you're saying. See, if it is that part is not available, what you can do is you can add the metadata, the basic abstract. It comes like in ResearchGate also, you will see sometimes the because of copyright issues, only the abstract is given because the publisher has that rights. So as a researcher, I can put sometimes people share their preprints. That is a different thing. But for journal, you're saying the login is required. In those cases, at that particular point of time, I had a login. Like same thing happened for my research. Now I have used ProQuest. Some places I have used this. But that time when I had the login, so I have saved certain documents. So it has got saved, and you can see here, you know, at some places I'll show you. Now see here the icons also I'll tell you. See, these are like shows like text. This is like a web page. Under that you see the PDF sign. If it is so you can see the type of documents which are saved.
Sure, ma'am. And the second question which I had was, now since we are working live on internet, so once suppose if I'm not having internet access and I want to access Zotero and all the files which I've saved onto Zotero, is it
you
accessible?
can. Yes. When I had access to that. I have saved this paper when I had access to this source. This may not be available. See here, the DOI is there, ISSN is there. This is the URL, indianjournals.com. Today, I don't have access to this full text, but it has got saved here. If that time it was available as a that is needed, then what you can do, you can save, download the PDF and then drag it here. Understood? So this is it. This is what I meant. And here, when I'm reading an article, I showed you how we can highlight, we can add tags, and this is it. This is the main thing about Zotero and Mendeley. And if you Mendeley also same thing. They have 3 panes, same like this. Left side you will have folders, middle side is the collection, and right side is the metadata. Okay, now I'll show you the web version of also for Zotero. Now this I showed you for showing like if I have to drag and drop a particular document. As you were saying, you know, the previously saved articles. I think we have only 10 minutes. So I'll really want to do it first. So you can drag it like this. Now, suppose this is the folder. Okay, I'm having this particular paper which is already there in my folder within my computer. So I can take this, drag it and put it here. Can you see it has appeared? Can you see here? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So you can drag and drop the existing documents, and today you have access and tomorrow you feel you may not have access. And if in case only the abstract is appearing here, what you can do? you don't see this. Like I showed you in some of the files here. See in this. You don't see the arrow here. Means there is no full text inside. This is the direct web page. So you will see the item type as a web page. And if the information is incomplete, please open the document, complete the information there and then. So tomorrow, if you have to create a bibliography, you don't have to do that hard work again. Right? So this possibility is there. Now next is in-text citation. I would like to show you quickly with one example. Actually, I was trying to open Word that time. Yeah. Okay. Now see, when you have this Word document, it's like usual typing you're doing. I'm supposed doing literature review paper. Now, whatever format your university or journal is saying, accordingly you have to write. So in-text citation, how you will do? In like my literature review, Gujarat University have a format, like I will put the author name and the year name first because of the APA style, and then the remaining abstract. Fine. And in some PhD thesis I've seen, like for SNDT University, they write the literature review and the citations goes in between. So it's like in a continuity format, not like one paragraph. We have that one paragraph system. Like, okay, author A, year 2013, it's so and so work was done and things like that. And then author B, so and so. So chronological order year wise, and that is how it is. Now, suppose I'm writing a paper and we are writing about, now we saw that Ajwain paper only. So we will say Ajwain is used for alleviating spasmodic pains. Okay, for stomach issues in adult and children. Right? Now, this caption I have taken while I was reading from that paper by Yadav. Now, I want to put I want to cite the author because this is not something which I have found out. This is the literature review which I have read. This is not my study. This is Yadav et al. Study. So you place the cursor where you want to put. If it is in the beginning, you have to put there. If it is in between, after this sentence you want to put, so it will be there, you will put the cursor. And then you will say this Zotero tab, you will click on that. You will say add or edit citation. And first the Zotero software should be open in your PC. Now, when I say add or edit citation, okay, nature was selected. So what will happen? I'm putting Yadav. Okay. So like this, the pop-up will come. So whatever papers are there now, because I added more, so it is showing here. So I will click on that and I say enter. Now see, because nature journal was selected, now this number has come. So in some journals, they have this number system, a superscript 1, 2, 3, and things like that. Now, if I want to change the citation style, see here the nature is selected. Can you see the blue bar, nature? I don't want this. I want my university style is APA style 6th edition. So I will say okay. Okay. See, can you see this? Now this has appeared instead of the number, right? This is the 6th edition. If I select 7th edition, the format might be slightly different. Right? Now, if I continue writing, I can say SCDT, reflux, is cured by so and so. Okay, and I will take any author. Now, suppose any means the relevant you have to take, but right now I am taking, suppose Shergis is there. Shergis ka paper I am referring and I have taken the content from here. So I will say again, I will place the cursor there where I want to put and I will say add citation. This bar will appear. So you have to put that name Shergis. So I will then select this thing Shergis. I will put enter. See now. So here it is showing Shergis et al. 2015. Understood? So this is a simple thing. Now, after your typing is done, all your literature review is done, your introduction, wherever, whatever chapter you're writing, whole research paper is done. And now you want to put the references in the end. So you will type your references or bibliography, whatever is the format. I wanted APA style only. So after references, I have placed the cursor here. Now I will say add or edit bibliography. So when I said add and edit bibliography, alphabetically what has happened? Two authors which I have added here, the references have appeared here. Now, once everything was complete in that metadata, everything has appeared here. If the page numbers were missing, then it would be missing here as well. So you remember that each and every detail, whatever is there in the paper, you make it sure if it is not captured automatically, then you have to add it manually in this pane, info pane. Okay. Now see, this was for Yadav et al. If something is missing, I'll add here. If something is missing in Shergis ka paper, then I will add here. So this homework done once time will be helpful to you anytime. Fine. And today your paper is not accepted and you are trying to send it to some other journal. So what happened? You will have to change the document preference, go to document preference style, and you have to select that. I told you earlier, we change from nature to APA style. Like that, you can change from this to IEEE to Chicago style, anything. So whatever style you want, you can change to that. Nature style we saw, it was like a numerical thing, right? See, 1 2 हो गया, यहाँ भी 1 2 हो गया. So simple. Have you guys understood? But this is it. Like, you know, in Mendeley also, can we do this with the papers already saved? Yes, yes. You can add to the Zotero. You can drag and drop, and it's possible. Any other questions you have? And for Mendeley also same thing. www.mendeley.com. Similar thing they have. And under references, you will see here. I have Mendeley. Sticky time. Same thing, same process. Here you will say Mendeley when you're using, no, same thing. You have to type wherever you want to put the citation, you will place your cursor, you will say insert citation, right? If you want to then insert the bibliography, how we did in Zotero, same thing, you have to insert the bibliography. Then I have to open Mendeley na when I'm using Mendeley. So now because too many applications are open, I am not doing this. But I can close Zotero. If people are clear with Zotero, I can show you Mendeley interface once if it opens. Because I have been using Zotero on a regular basis. So Mendeley I have not used, but it's same. And Zotero actually I wanted to show you before we move, no? I want to see, I type this. I'll show you the web version also. Time is up. Can I take 5-10 minutes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, you can, Tapinder ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. right? So in case people who have not registered, but they have downloaded the desktop version and they have not registered with an email, what they can do is they can also go do it later on. Here somewhere, I think you have this. Login thing. Let's see. Support and documentation. Maybe it's coming in. I'll show you that later. First, let me show you the library thing. Okay. See, web library open. So it's a real-time sync. So whatever items we have added there, whatever folder I have created there, see, it has appeared here itself. FDP I created today only now in front of you. So this folder has come here. FDP. All the items, all folders which are there in the offline desktop version are getting synced on real time with my web library. So this is accessible anywhere in your office or at your home. Once you saved on your machine, you can access it, you can work it, you can add it here also. Same manner. You can add here. See here, you can add new item. Same the wand like thing. You can add by identifier, DOI, PMID. Same icons, same functions are here as in the desktop version. Now, when I click here, you can see this right hand side. Same thing we were seeing in the desktop version. So web library is a replica, but this is accessible anywhere, anytime. You can log in like a normal login you do. See, now I am already logged in. I don't log out. So if you log out, you have to log in. So this is my library. Here it is visible. Fine. For that email thing I wanted to show, I don't remember where it is. Preferences. It's useful in case, sometimes people forget. Actually, there is a tab wherein, you can see, see if your email is there. You can also change your email. Getting that. I have to see one by one. It'll take time. Anyway, I can, what I can do is I can send the screenshot later on. For that, once I figure out, now it might take time. Okay, anybody is having any other question? Meanwhile, I'm searching. You can please ask. Anybody is having any questions? I can show the Mendeley also quickly. I would like to close this. Anybody is having any question regarding Zotero? Not understood something is not clear. say Mendeley also same, it gets added to the start program folder. Till what time you have break? Actually, I think I have taken 10 minutes extra already. If any questions you have, you can ask man meanwhile, because I'm trying to open this, it's taking time. Just wanted to show once it's almost similar. So once you use Zotero, you will be able to use Mendeley as well very easily. And same thing, like even Mendeley has the web version and the desktop version, and it's a real-time sync. You can use it. Oh, it's asking me for login now. Let me try. It's taking a lot of time. Never, it doesn't take so long. I don't know, with Zoom, it always happens. It's taking time. This was the Mendeley desktop. Yeah, see, it's open. Same, the left side you have Mendeley, all the folders are there over here. The middle is the collection section, and on the right hand side is the metadata. I'm not able to click, or reduce the size. I don't know why it's taking so long. See here. It's got stuck. So that's it. If anybody is interested, you can connect with me. You can write an email. I have shared, because this is taking too long. If you have any questions with regard to Zotero, I can answer it here itself. Or later on also, if you have any questions, you can please get in touch with me. Okay, this is my email ID. You can see here. You can note it down. You can write to me, and I can connect. I can help you if needed. I can help online or on phone. It's possible. Yeah, ma'am, I would like to say thank you because it's taking really long time. I'm not able to show them this.
Yes, Papinder ma'am, Smita here. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So thank you for enlightening all our participants and attendees with respect to the software for referencing. And you gave them hands-on experience, and you have also provided your email details. I'm sure if they have any queries, they will get back to you.
Oh, ma'am. Yes. Anytime.
And ma'am, thank you for your patience. And you gave minute to detail instructions on how to handle citations and referencing. Thank you, ma'am. Hello, Papinder ma'am. Participants, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So our next session will begin at 1:30. The feedback link has already been posted on chat by Dr. Natika. So kindly give in your feedback. Second, instructions have been given with respect to downloading of the software for today's session. Kindly do that prior to 1:30 so that the session can begin on time. Thank you, participants. So refer to the email instructions for downloading of the software, and let's meet at 1:20 p.m. Thank you.